I'm going to show you the difference between congruent and similar using paint. So here we have a figure, and if we just do a quick cut, copy and paste, we are going to get another figure. We'll paste that right on there, and we pull that separately, and what we see is that these two figures are congruent. Congruent is an exact copy. It's the exact same figure. One, it has the exact same dimensions. It's the exact same figure, and in paint you do that by just doing a cut and paste. Now if you want to change the size and you want to make a similar figure, you would want to make sure that your aspect ratio stays checked off. You want to keep that same aspect ratio, and what we're going to do is we're going to set the percentages so that we are changing this to 130% of its original. Now what you'll notice is the vertical and the horizontal are both doing that 130%, so that when we actually click OK on this, what we're going to have is a figure that is similar to the original. Okay, remember, similar, both the length and width change proportionally to the original figure. Now we've got to be careful. Figures are only similar if the length and width change proportionally. If only the length changes or only the width changes, then the figures are no longer proportional, therefore they're no longer considered similar, and they're certainly not congruent. So if we paste another figure on here and we pull it apart, we take a look at it, and if we just change it in one dimension, what we're going to find is this figure is now taller, but it's not any wider. It didn't change proportionally. The length and width didn't both change. So therefore these two figures are not what we call similar in geometry at all. They're just two different figures that have some qualities that are somewhat alike, but in geometry that's not called similar. If we do another figure, we paste it. Now these two figures are congruent until we begin to stretch it. Now we stretched that one horizontally, and what we found out, once again, we changed the length, but we didn't change the height. They both have to change in order for it to be considered similar. This is just another figure, but it is not similar to the original.